Sonny, thank you very much for that introduction, and People's Pledge, thank you very much for the invitation to come and speak this afternoon. I'm always eager to take opportunities to explain why I think the European Union is a good idea and why Britain should be part of it. And I should congratulate you all on your stamina for staying to the end of a long day of discussion about Europe, and I hope John and I can give you some sport to entertain you before you leave this evening. I want to identify three particular things in the 3 minutes that I've been given. First of all, this notion of control, the idea that what we must do, our government needs to control what's going on for us. That's why we elect it. Well, right now, that simply isn't the case. That the way the economy works, the way trade works, there's so many decisions, so many things happening around the world upon which we're dependent. Just think about the British government now, George Osborne today, David Cameron tomorrow. The most important single thing that's affecting this government's economic policy is whether or not the Eurozone can reach a solution to its current problems. There's not a decision to be taken in Britain, it's a decision to be taken within the Eurozone. We are dependent upon what they do. That's the biggest single thing. And that's not because we're in the European Union, it's certainly not because we use the same currency, it's because we trade with those countries, our banks have lent to companies and those countries. It's the commercial links are so great now that we are dependent upon what they do. So anyone who thinks that by leaving the European Union we can somehow get back 100% control of the things that matter to us is deluded. That's not possible anymore. The second point is Graham remarked on the way in which the European debate was affecting the way people thought. I agree with him. Here's two examples of the absurdity of thought that arises from the European debate. We have people on the right, free market enthusiasts who criticise the European Union. They say, we want to leave. They object to the single market and its harmonisation of rules. What that means is they want Britain to be able to reimpose trade barriers on our trade with the European Union. That's 50% of our trade, 30% of our GDP. They want the right to reimpose trade barriers, and what is more, they were offering the European Union, which buys 50% of our exports. They want to say to them, you have the right to impose trade barriers against us, and that in the name of the free market. That is nonsense. And then we have a similar absurdity on the left. People criticise the European Union from the left, the costs of the European Union to Britain. Well, let's look at what those costs are, the so-called costs of the single market. Health and safety law, maternity rights, employment rights, those are the costs of the European Union. Are people on the left going to come here and say Britain can no longer afford to give new mothers paid time off work? Can we no longer afford that? Is that what the left is saying to us? What nonsense! But I promised you some sport.
Can we keep the heckling till afterwards, please? We are going to have a good debate. Let's please.
But that is what the European Union does. It's the place where we regulate commercial life. Those green signs you see up there, that's what the European Union is doing. And that is that regulation. It is not about there is no threat to our national identity, but people are so concerned, they end up arguing against the things they actually believe they hold dear. It is a nonsense. Let's get used to this idea. We're in an interdependent market, in an interdependent world, and our politics needs to become interdependent too. Thank you.